to see, Jeff, and I know you agree, is just, if an athlete is quick, if an athlete is slow, we want to see a similar approach each time, don't we?
Consistency is so important, especially in a sport like weightlifting, where it's all routine.
Right.
Get in the habit, set up to the bar the same every time. So it's ideally you want to be out there and not thinking.
Right.
At least that's how I am. At least that's how
I
hope
how it
to
is.
be. Like, sometimes you go out there and you're like, oh, why?
The trick is like thinking in those scenarios where you need to think and then not thinking.
Correct.
You don't need it. That's the trick. No, you're absolutely right, and having it be automatic, because the execution of these lifts are simply very, very quick. They have to be routine, right? And this is Chloe Crooks again.
Stay with it. There you go.
Ah. Hangs on to it. Hey, I like these ladies are coming out. They're making snatches now. I mean, we got off to a little slow start, but that's okay.
Yeah, after that, I think we made 7 in a row before we had another. And hey, let's go green the whole rest of the way now.
I know. I was talking to Chad in an earlier
Have we ever
section.
seen that? Have we ever seen that?
Chad and I have never experienced that.
Yeah.
We were very optimistic at the beginning of a couple sessions, but it doesn't. You know what? I'll never lose the optimism to see that happen. I know it's going to happen one of these days. Athletes do have several chances to change the weight on the bar as the weight increases on the competition platform. The only thing is, generally, unless some technical mistake happens, once the barbell is loaded on the competition platform, it just simply doesn't get lighter. Athletes are sort of locked in. But here we go, 80 kilos is on the bar. Emily Guter, third and final attempt. Oh, man. So close. I thought she had it there.
Good strong pull.
Yep.
Got up overhead real quick.
That's okay. We'll be seeing them, of course, all these ladies who are finishing the snatches in the clean and jerk after we take a 10-minute break. You kind of take like a couple seconds, maybe a minute or two, to either feel bad about your snatches or feel good about them, but regardless, you got to switch gears.
Have to. Kaleigh with a very strong opener.
Oh, that was very nice. Very nice from Kaleigh Doyle there.
I believe this is Kaleigh's first nationals, per my research.
Okay. Well, welcome, Kaleigh. Hopefully, we'll see.
That's what you want for that first snatch.
It
that
is.
First snatch. All right. It's all downhill. You get out there, you get 3 whites on that first snatch, and the rest of it's easy.
It really does feel good to get those lights up on the board for the first time. But Lauren Nutter here is looking to do the same thing for this 81 kilos on her second attempt. Let's go. Yeah, I think she just left it a little out front.
Little under pull, maybe?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. And because of the angle that we have, we are straight ahead. Usually we like a 3/4 view for a bar path. So on the snatch, if the barbell sort of kind of gets away from an athlete, if they pull the bar and it drifts sort of out in front, it's sort of hard to see on the screen at this angle, because it looks good, it looks like it's moving, but then the result is the athlete just can't hold it, and you're like, oh wait, what happened? And it's just the balance was off, right?
But
because of that wide grip.
We have a great concrete pillar to our left, so
it's doing its job.
It's holding the building up.
It's holding the building up, so we won't talk too much mess on the concrete pillar.
It is load bearing, so
I know,
we cannot remove it.
And it's about 5,000 degrees outside, so we need the roof. So you know.
But it's not a humid heat; it's a dry heat.
It is a dry heat.
It's still.
But you know, once it's past
degrees.
like 110, though, it really doesn't matter. Dry heat, wet heat. Where are you from originally, Jeff?
Upstate New York, so Rochester, New York.
So, oh my goodness. So we had a couple American Opens. I remember we had an Syracuse and also Buffalo. I think they were.
I believe you set a national record in Syracuse.
I did. I did.
Also in my research?
Only several decades ago.
I believe it was 2001,
You know what? I'll
wasn't it?
default to your research on that. I don't even quite remember. All right, we got Lauren Nutter out here. She's ready to roll on this 81 kilos. Again, you know, the snatch, we make a tiny technical adjustment, and it's as if we've taken weight off the bar.
Yeah, it is fascinating how light and fast a barbell can feel.
Much better, much better. Did
Maybe
see a little movement.
Little in the elbow, maybe.
Oh, nuts. We were hoping maybe she got 2 of the 3 lights.
Pun intended.
Right. Right, exactly. But those judges also saw
what we saw. Yeah.
Little wiggle on the elbow. So basically, you know, when an athlete gets the full extension overhead, generally as long as the elbow doesn't move, you know, whatever position anatomically is as far extended as they can get, it really kind of needs to be locked in and not move at all. And those judges, they'll zone in on that. 83 kilos is on the bar now. This is Kaleigh Crooks, 3rd and final attempt. Not quite.
Not there today, but it probably would be there tomorrow. It wasn't a bad attempt. It moved well. Just wasn't.
Yeah, and I mean, so many times in my career, Jeff, I remember for a while it was almost like I had to be on the competition platform and fail the attempt first in order to make it later at some later date.
Such a interesting.
Kaleigh Doyle with another very, very nice lift here. Nice and smooth on her
She's
second
happy about
attempt.
it.
Yeah.
There we go. Usually tell with confidence. You know, how quick they drop that bar. I wouldn't say slam the bar, but let it go.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a...
Spiking the bar, definitely, you know, you can get called for that too. I mean, I feel like you got to be quite aggressive probably to get that called against you, because I've certainly dropped some bars with some authority.
Yeah,
you know.
I feel you have to try to slam that bar to come back up over your head.
And that's just a little bit of, you know, safety and equipment preservation, really.
Yeah.
We're making some adjustments here. What do we got on the bar now? 86.
So most likely she's definitely going to follow herself, I would assume. She only went up 3 from her first attempt to her second attempt, so I don't expect to see her to get up to 90 to have Nia have to come out for her first attempt. So
right.
Probably just utilize as much of the clock here as she can. They have another change, so maybe she probably will go to 87, I'm thinking. There we go.
You called it.
No stop of the clock. Moments like this, that's when you're the lifter, you kind of hope the loaders maybe go a little slower for you. Get
right.
Steal a few extra seconds here and there.
You know, there have been complaints I've heard over the years. There was a particular crew, some of my friends were among them. They were at the Olympics in 1996. They were loaders, and they were so fast that routinely athletes and coaches were complaining. They were like, you guys got to slow down with this changing of these plates. These athletes are trying to get rest. And they were just like a pit crew, man. All right, Kaleigh Doyle, here we go. 87 kilos.
Great look at it. Super fast off the floor. Solid pull, just a little. I mean, maybe it was looping a little. It just looked like it kept going back behind her and just couldn't get it locked in. And it's tough. I mean, we're talking fractions of half of an inch, maybe. And that bar is just going to keep going back.
Yeah, the snatch is it's really about precision. I mean, the clean and jerk as well. I mean, the more weight is on the bar, then precision sort of takes on a different meaning. But it's a really good illustration of how little control we really do have over our arms, over this barbell and the snatch. Really about what happens from the hip and the direction we send the bar. Now, Nia Walker here, as I said, we share the same hometown, Savannah, Georgia, 93 kilos. Here we go. That's all right, not quite. And that can be a little shift forward and a little shift backward. If she, one of my other favorite ways of missing a snatch is as